video, we're going to look at how to set up the route schedule. To start, I'm going to click Route Schedule on the top toolbar. The first thing I'm going to need to set up are my service frequencies. To do so, just double-click in this first field. This will open the Route Frequency Maintenance window, and I can start by typing a frequency name. We'll start off with weekly. A weekly service is going to reoccur once every 7 days. You can add more frequencies to this list just by clicking in the next line and typing another name. Maybe bi-weekly, which will be once every 14. You can do a monthly. You can do every 30, 31 days. I do recommend, if you're going to do a monthly on the number of days, do it on a 28-day month, every 4 weeks. This way, if you set a service up to reoccur every 28 days, and you set it for a Thursday, it's always going to fall on a Thursday every 4 weeks. It'll never end up rolling over to a Saturday or Sunday. Now, besides using length of days, we can use interval settings. So I could have a frequency maybe called FM, which is just going to stand for First Monday. I'm going to leave my length in days blank. I'm going to tell the software to use interval settings, and I can then tell it to reoccur on the first Monday, and that's simply going to be the first Monday of every month. I can also use the monthly selection option. So I could have a bi-monthly frequency. Again, leave length and days blank, leave interval settings blank, and I'm going to check off use monthly selection, and I could have it reoccur every other month. When you're finished setting up the frequencies, just hit close. Next, we're going to want to set up our route technicians. To do this, double-click in the field labeled Route. Here I can create a label for the route, so let's just call it R1 for Route 1. I can put a technician name in, put in a phone number, you have 3 different fields here to track this technician from QuickBooks. So if this technician was tied to any invoicing, you could use either a class, a labor item, or a sales rep from QuickBooks. That way you could run any revenue-based reports and filter it by either the class or sales rep, for instance. Once you've added a route technician, you can hit close on this screen. So now that we've set up our frequencies and our service techs, we can start adding stops to the schedule. To do so, just start on the first line and select a frequency. So we're going to start adding a weekly service to the schedule. We're going to pick our technician. We can pick the first day of service, so let's use today's date. When I click in the day field, the rest is populated for me all the way to the stop column. Maybe this is stop number 1 for today. Then I can pick a customer. We have just added a service for Mary here that is going to reoccur every 7 days, once a week. Since we set up the first service to happen on a Thursday, it's going to fall on a Thursday every 7 days. Real simple. I can use any of my frequencies in any combination. So I could put a bi-weekly for Route 1. Again, use today's date. Maybe this is stop number 2. One key difference when routing in our software versus some of the other programs out there is you don't need a Route 1 Monday or a Route 1 Tuesday. We can simply use Route 1 and set up a schedule for each day of the week simply by, if we needed to set up stops for Friday, just go right to the new line. I can pick tomorrow's date, Friday. This will be stop number 1 for Friday. And again, pick a customer. So if I needed to see, let's say, Bill's schedule for Friday, I could just use the top drop downs to filter it, and this would then show me his Friday schedule. Anytime you filter or sort the route schedule, you can just hit reset in the top right to bring back the default view. Now to advance our schedule, since this is a reoccurring stop, we don't have to add Mary here on any further weeks. This schedule will roll forward as services are completed. The way we do this is by posting the route. If you notice at the bottom of the route schedule, you can put in a ending date and a beginning date, and there's a button here to post route. So let's say at the end of day on Friday the 22nd, you're going to advance your schedule, so you have everything set up for next week. I would put in the date range of the week we just completed, then I would hit post route. If you notice, everything on my schedule has now moved forward by each individual frequency. The weekly stop advanced 7 days, my bi-weekly skipped next week and is set up for the following. My monthly stop went 28 days, and it's still set up on a Friday. I hope you enjoyed this short video on setting up the route schedule. If you have any further questions, please don't forget you can use Chat Now on the top toolbar within the software, and then select Training Support.